everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And I just came in today to talk to you guys. I want to talk about a lot of what's been going on the last couple months, the last few weeks, and the last few days. So now we're coming off of the inauguration, the March on Washington for women, and just everything with the election and all of the rhetoric that we heard throughout the election. It is now over, and our president is Donald Trump. Now, a lot of people right now don't know what to feel because they don't know what the future holds, and they're a little anxious. You know, I just got off the phone from talking to a friend of mine, and let me just describe this friend's personality. She is that girlfriend that you call and, you ask, oh, how's everything going with you? And maybe an hour later, she takes a breath after telling you, what's going down in her life. And basically everything that she talks about is negative. Her man ain't right, her money ain't right, her kids driving her crazy, the job is not good, life is not good. She's basically all doom and gloom. But you love her because she's your girl. But you start to notice a pattern with her every time you call. She's just doom and gloom. Now, this person that's a friend of mine, it takes a lot to call her because when I get off the phone, I feel like she's sucked the joy out of my life. I have a lot of problems too. My health is not the greatest right about now. As you guys know, I was terminated from my job when I was out on short-term transitioning to long-term disability. And I had a fire in my home and just a lot of things, But I'm the type of person that I look at life optimistically. And the reason why I do that is because if you live your life just being pessimistic all the time, doom and gloom, you can never find the joy in anything. You suck the life out of the people that are around you. Now, I got to talking to this girlfriend about, the march and, everything that's going on with Donald Trump and his craziness and, just everything in the last couple months. Because, you want to sound off with your friends and find out what they think about, everything that's going on. Big mistake with this friend, asking her about other problems that are going on in the world, because this friend seems to take those problems and throw them on top of her pile of problems. And then for her, it all blurs into one. That sets her off again on another at least 30-minute rant on how life is just terrible and things are not great and blah, blah, blah. Though I love this friend like a sister, I can't with her sometimes. I have to take her in small doses. Because like I said, she seems to suck the life out of me when I have conversations with her. And what I find myself doing all throughout our conversation is trying to steer her around to something more positive. Let's, talk about something else. And not that I'm ignoring her problems, not at all. But once we tell each other what's going on in our lives, what has happened, what we're battling with or worrying about, let's not dwell on it. One thing is we're sisters, so we should try to pull each other up from that depth of despair or worry. Laugh together, talk about how we're going to get over it. And I find myself all throughout the conversation trying to steer her around to something positive, to make her laugh, to make her, you know, forget her worries for a little bit. But with her, it's really hard. And that's why I can only take her in small doses. You know what I mean? So when we were talking about, everything that has happened the last few days, and she gave me her take on it, surprisingly, she was optimistic and she was hopeful. And the reason why she was is because one thing she said is no matter what, black people will always be okay. And she jokingly said if things get bad, we know how to cook a pot of beans and some cornbread, and we'll make it. We'll be all right. We're never going to go hungry. And she talked about knowing that we've always struggled to make it here in this country, and we know how to get through hard times. So that brings me to what just occurred with Donald Trump, and I want to tell people out there not to worry so much, because even though my friend is Sister Doom and Gloom, something she said today is true. We always make it through, y'all. We have been through much worse, and we always get through, I was feeling a little anxious about what the future holds with Donald Trump. But when I think about it, I'm just going to go on and live my life like we always do after every president is elected. Whatever our political leanings were, we just go on with our lives. We get caught up in the moment of the election and we're all up in arms if our person didn't win. But in the end, we go on with our lives. Now, hopefully, some of the things that Donald Trump has proposed, he doesn't get through office, because it's going to make, our fight just a little bit harder, And I hope, for the sake of a lot of people around the country that need health care and, different things, and, with the education secretary, that he has running the schools. Hey, I have a daughter that is, going to college to be a teacher, and more than likely she will be teaching in the public schools. I hope they get the right person in for the sake of our children across the country. I hope that the secretaries of defense of this department and of that department, because I can't name all the departments right now, but what I mean is I hope that they get the right people in. Because looking at the cabinet that they have, right now it doesn't look good. But just say they get through all the people that they have chosen, the ones that are, psychopaths. At the end of the day, y'all, we still going to be living our lives day by day. Whatever happens in this country, we always make it through. And that's where hope and faith comes in. Because you hope that everything is going to be okay, but you walk in faith. And I'm not really a real religious person. I've told you guys that I can't quote anything in the Bible. But what I do have is I have faith. And that faith has gotten me through a lot of things in my life. I will be 52 years old this March 10th. And when I look back over my life, I've had some problems and, financial troubles and man problems and, things like that at the time I didn't know how I was going to get through it. I worried myself to death. And then at a certain point, I had to throw my hands up and give it to God. And hold on to my faith that if he couldn't help me with it, he would at least walk with me through the struggle. Be there with me. And that's all we can hope for right now, y'all. Whatever's coming our way, whatever Trump has in the plans for, minorities in the country, women, and just everybody. We hope that it's going to be okay. But if it's not, we have to hold on to our faith that we get through it relatively unscathed. You know, where when his term in office is over, we're not damn near living in the woods, building fires and trying to build a log cabin or something, because he's taken everything, that we have from us, or that his policies have stripped us of, just the basic things in life. I really cannot stand this man, but I'm not going to leave it up to him to determine the next 4 years of my life, because I do have control. Y'all, if I have to grow a fucking garden in the back and start harvesting some damn crops, I'll be doing that. If I had to can some of them crops and, all that to make sure I have plenty of food in my house, child, I will be doing that. Whatever I have to do to make it through the next 4 years, I'm going to do it. Hell, I lived through the Reagan era, and I made it through. It was hard, but we made it through. And then, good times will come again. And I'm not saying that Barack Obama, like I said to all of you haters of Barack Obama, he wasn't perfect. But I truly believe he did the best he could. And we didn't lose anything under him. For all of you who said he didn't do anything. When he left office, we were no worse off as a people than we were when he took office. And if you think that we were, then you need to examine, what's going on in your life. I just know that after talking to my girlfriend today and hearing her sprout negativity for about 2 hours, I was just worn out, y'all. You know what I mean? Just worn out. Child, I was like, I cannot speak to this broad again for about another month or two until I get my reserve of optimism built back up. Because that girl knows she drains me. I love her. But that broad needs some psychiatric help like we all probably do. But yeah, y'all, she made me think about it though, because even in her doom and gloom, she says, hey, look, we'll make it. We always do. And that's the truth, y'all. So with that, I just wanted to come in and let y'all know that there are brighter days ahead, It can't all be bad because we control our destiny. Don't let Donald Trump and whatever he's going to do, make any blip in your life. You are in control. Walk in faith. And like I said, I am not, I don't go to church. So I can't say that I know everything about scripture and all of that. But I am truly, truly a spiritual person. I have faith and I believe in the Lord. He has gotten me through some pretty rough times. And he'll get us through this, y'all. So with that, everybody, I'm done today, ranting and raving in my own little way. And I hope y'all had a good weekend. And hope you're looking forward to the week ahead. And as always, thanks for listening to my video. And you guys have a great day. Bye-bye now.